All right, man. Let's move to this next topic, which is LeBron James, Stephen A. Smith, man, and Shannon Sharp. So Shannon Sharp and LeBron James Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith on First Take had a conversation. I think they was talking about the All-Star game, and I stumbled across this just before the show, and basically they was talking about how the All-Star game is just not good anymore, and they just need to get rid of it. Well, I don't know if they said get rid of it. I think they said specifically get rid of the dunk contest because it can't be revived. And Stephen A. Smith was like, "Hey, that's your boy, your GOAT." Like my boy Ticket TV say, your GOAT, not mine. Right? Your GOAT, not mine, is the reason why the dunk contest is trash. I'm gonna let y'all listen to how Stephen A. broke this down, and then I'll come back and I'll let y'all know what I think about it.
None of the great. Now, if you tell me Ja Morant, you tell me Ant-Man, you tell me Zion, okay, sign your boy up. Okay, Stephen A., I'm right there. As a matter of fact, I'm paying to get me a ticket because I want to be front row because you got some of the great dunkers in the NBA currently in the dunk competition. But without that, it's time to let it go.
Shannon, I don't know if you have seen my comments about NBA All-Star Weekend. But I'm going to go deep here. It's an absolute travesty. I wouldn't give a damn if the NBA canceled the All-Star Weekend festivities.
Lord have mercy.
It's that bad. And these players, it's unconscionable. And I don't give a damn how they feel about it. I mean, I got a lot of love for a lot of players. I'm not talking about all. I'm not talking about most. But some of them should be ashamed of their damn selves with how they have allowed this event.
They ruined it.
Tarnished. Shannon Sharp, they ruined it. They ruined it. Shannon Sharp, do you know that Jaylen Brown participating last year in the slam dunk contest was the first All-Star to participate in the slam dunk contest since DeAndre Jordan in 2017?
Wow.
Michael Jordan did it 3 times. Kobe Bryant did it. Vince Carter did it. Tracy McGrady did it. Okay? And your man, your GOAT, LeBron James, never has. He said he had nothing to prove. It wasn't about that. It was about carrying on the tradition. Since he didn't prioritize it, just like Patrick Beverly said with him going and with them going into the bubble, we all gonna do what LeBron James does. We know he's the leader. Let's call it what it is. And sure enough, he never chose to participate. He wanted to use layup lines during pre-games to do dunks, forcing or compelling folks to clamor for him to do All-Star Weekend slam dunk contest, and never once participated in his career. Nobody expects him to do it now at age 40. But damn, it took 22 years in the league. You were around and never participated in it once. Don't get me started with the All-Star Weekend. It's an absolute tragedy. Yo, Shannon, you are looking at your brother, Stephen A., who called the league office to tell them how I feel. I called Adam Silver. I called some of his lieutenants. I'm like, why? Why are we wasting our time? I'm telling ESPN, I get paid to cover the sport, and I don't want to go. I'm so disgusted with All-Star Weekend because of what they've done, and it's no fault of the league. Adam Silver is a great commissioner and a great dude. It's the players. Shannon, let me tell you something else, too, and this is how you know how weak some of them are. Let me tell you something right now. If David Stern was alive and was the commissioner of the National Basketball Association, I assure you they wouldn't pull this. They wouldn't pull this. And Adam Silver is guilty for being nice and caring about the players and caring about appeasing them because he wants them happy and he wants to be a great partner. And they basically given him the proverbial finger. And that's the whole All-Star Weekend. Now let me get to the contest. Where the slam dunk contest? Where's your pride? A G-Leaguer is back-to-back champions of a slam dunk contest for the NBA. So guess what I proposed, Shannon? I proposed this on the air with Kendrick Perkins, a couple of times. I'm going to give it to you again right now. What I have proposed. Shannon, myself, people like you and others, we should sponsor a national slam dunk contest. Fine, city to city. Throughout this nation. You understand what I'm saying? Get advertisers and sponsors to buy in. And we should go nationwide, city to city, and find the best 10 slam dunkers, all right? And use the All-Stars to sponsor who they think is their favorite and let them participate as spectators. And let me tell you something right now, whatever you think you wouldn't see because of what these dudes have shown you during the slam dunk contest, I assure you that won't be the case if you get cats off the streets throughout America. $1 million prize for the winner, a $500,000 prize for the runner-up,
Yeah, that don't mean
a
nothing to these guys, though.
$100,000 prize for third place. Mila, it don't mean nothing to these guys, but it would mean everything to cats off the streets.
Okay. He said a lot, right? Mainly what he said is that the dunk contest was degraded and ruined because there was a tradition ever since Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins gave that amazing display of a competition when they went at it 2 years in a row for the dunk contest, right? After that, everyone was trying to follow suit. You know, most of the great players and great dunkers who happened to be all-stars as well, right? It wasn't like you make the all-star team and we ain't taking none of the great dunkers from the all-star team to actually be in a dunk contest, right? You know, that was a thing. Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, that was a thing. You know, come down to Isaiah Ryder, Kobe Bryant, Vince Carter, T-Mac, Steve Francis. These was great players that was doing this. Stromile Swift, maybe Sean Kemp, you know, just a lot of names, right? Larry Nance, a lot of names that was in there. They didn't shy away from it. And then it got to a point where it got to LeBron, and he was one of the first superstars that we knew was a great in-game dunker who had a lot of hops, who we thought could excite the crowd, who didn't just declined to do the dunk contest. Every single year, declined it. And then that set a precedence. Now you got another great dunker who got a lot of rise in Ja Morant. And you mean to tell me we get to see what Steve Francis can do in a dunk contest, which was amazing. And if it wasn't for, who did he dunk against? Was he in the dunk contest with Vince Carter? Whoever he was in dunk contest in, he was so good. If it wasn't for Vince, he probably would have won. I mean, what we seen Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon do, like these dudes are putting it on the line and showing us what they could do, and we can't even see Ja Morant follow suit. Like for the little guys, you know, we know how great little guys look when they're dunking. That's why Nate Robinson was winning. That's why Spud won. So Steve Francis, man, probably, you know, Baron Davis. I don't know. I think Baron was in it as well. Ricky Davis, you know, just a lot of great dunkers. LeBron, Ja Morant, people like that. Nah, I'd rather not. And they don't even feel obligated. Anthony Edwards don't even feel obligated to do it. Are we going to see Zion, the Muffin Man? Are we going to see the Muffin Man in the dunk contest this year? Will he be healthy? Will he come out there looking like a Ziploc bag full of chocolate donuts? We don't know. I don't know if Zion's go dunk. But they're all following suit with what LeBron has set as a precedence. So Stephen A. Smith was right. He was right. And I want to know what y'all think about that. I ain't even got much to cook on. Dominique, I want you to call back on this, Dom. I think Dom might be lagging behind. She might be a minute behind where I'm at. But yeah, a Ziploc bag full of chocolate donuts. That's what I like. I want y'all to go buy a whole bag of chocolate donuts, chocolate ones, and stuff them in a Ziploc bag and close it up, and then put a New Orleans jersey on it, and tell me it don't look like Zion. Guarantee you. But phone line is right there. The phone number is on the screen. The phone line is open. Let's hear y'all thoughts about the dunk contest, man. Do y'all think LeBron should have been obligated to get in the dunk contest something while he was in the prime of his career? And do you think that the guys now, Ja Morant, Zion, Anthony Edwards, do you think these guys should feel obligated to get into the dunk contest? caller
And
from
I was
Indiana, cut YouTube off in the background so I don't hear the echo, and then go ahead with your thoughts.
yeah, this Eric from Indianapolis. Yeah, I believe LeBron set a bad precedent in the league with a lot of stuff, not only just the dunk contest. Like, since he came in the league, the competitiveness in the league went down. It was a lot more in Mike era. It was like he said, I want to beat you. Like LeBron brought in the era of I want to play with the best players, so it's just stacking the deck, and all of the things that he done to me just weakened the league. You know, just set bad precedents. Now, like, look at all the trades that happen now. Like, in Mike era, like, you didn't, the trade deadline came and went. You seen the trade here. You know, it was nothing like the flurry of trades that we get now. So I believe, you know, that is true, like with the dunk contest, because he stayed away from it, because I believe that he felt like it'd hurt his brand if he did the dunk contest
and lost
and he didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, so, you know, everything with him is about his brand. So
exactly.
if he felt like if he would have did the dunk contest and then lost, it would have hurt more than it could have hit if he would have won.
That's
you know,
that's exactly what I think it is, because the dunk contest he did coming out at the McDonald's All-American game, he won the dunk contest, but his dunks were probably some of the worst dunks I've ever seen for someone that jumped that high. I mean, all he did was run and jump really high and dunk with one hand. That was pretty much his dunks. I was like, this is horrible. And he really lost that dunk contest to Shannon Brown. Remember Shannon Brown played for the Lakers?
Yeah, I remember Shannon Brown.
Shannon Brown ate that man lunch on that dunk contest, but it was LeBron. And they gave it to him, right? So I think he realized then, I'm not as good as dunker as I think I was. Once you started getting around these real dunkers, that's acrobatic and twisting and doing all this graceful stuff in the air, and LeBron ain't, I guess he ain't that type of dunker.
LeBron is really not a creative person. Like, if you look at his game, that's why, like, when people try to say he's the GOAT, and like, I look at the player that's like, don't tell me his stats. Let me look at this player. And I get into it with like these dudes. We got a group at my job, and they steadily try to, LeBron. I'm like, bro, if you look at their games, like, LeBron was not even creative. He, like, his game just looked clunky to me. I mean,
yeah, it is. Yeah,
he's a bull downhill. Yeah, if he get ahead of steam, he gonna go down and, you know, get his layup or dunk you. All right, you know, his shot doesn't improve. But, like, I would take Mike that was in his second three-peat over any version of a LeBron ever. And that's not even the super athletic Mike. That's Mike that just knew the game inside out and would dissect you and gut you like a surgeon. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Before you go, I'm gonna say two more things that support your claim that the reason why he didn't get in the dunk contest is because his brand would have taken a hit, and he's so conscious about his brand, right? Here's two more, and I know you know these stories. Here's one story. Remember, he had a camp. Jordan Crawford.
Oh yeah, and they hid the video.
Yeah, Jordan Crawford was at his camp. They played. Jordan Crawford dunked on LeBron, and a lot of people had their camcorders out recording it. Nike representatives went, and everyone who had a camcorder went and made them delete the footage. Luckily, those flip phones was just now starting to get cameras on them, and somebody got it on a flip phone, and they didn't make them delete it. So it showed up probably about later that year on YouTube. But this was after we, you know, everybody heard about it, but we didn't see no video. Like a year later, we finally seen the video, right? So that's one incident, but that was Nike protecting his image. The other one is Lenny Cook, the guy that used to be the number one pick, not the number one pick, but the number one player in high school the year LeBron was a junior. Lenny Cook, hold on, let me merge this. Dom, I got you merged. Hold on real quick. Let me finish this point. So Lenny Cook,
no problem.
Lenny Cook was the number one prospect. He was a senior. LeBron was a junior. They went to the Nike camp. LeBron beat him in the game. LeBron ended up being the number one guy after that, but Lenny Cook was still number two. He didn't get drafted, right? He got invited to play summer league for the Celtics, and he was a little bit more focused. And I think the first couple of games he played with the Celtics, he was the best player on the floor. So the third game that they were supposed to play was against LeBron in Cleveland, and he was excited, and he was going to play like his life depended on it, right? And this is coming from Lenny Cook's mouth. He said that it just with no warning, the Celtics came down and said, "We're benching you today. You're not playing." They wouldn't let him play against LeBron. So that's how they protected him. If Lenny Cook would have went out there and played like his life depended on it, he probably would have embarrassed LeBron. You know what I mean? I think LeBron's better than Lenny Cook, but it's just like Buster Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson. We never know what would have happened that night. And if he would have embarrassed LeBron in summer league, that messes a lot of stuff up for Nike and maybe the NBA as well. Same thing with him getting dunked on by Jordan Crawford. Same thing with him not getting in the dunk contest. He just don't want to mess his brand up by looking bad or losing or whatever the case may be, man. But that's my thoughts, man. I appreciate the call.
Yep. You see how they doing it with Bronny. That's why they not letting him really play like that, because they protecting their brand.
I hope Bronny get in the dunk contest. Maybe he got more guts than his daddy. All right, brother, man. Thanks for the call.
Bro, I appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you do.
No doubt. Dominique, what's up? What's your thoughts, girl? Sports tea, everybody.
So
Sports tea, everybody.
Thanks for having me, Mel. Great show tonight. I really, I just wanted to also, if I can just go back real quick and just shout out that female caller. What was her name? Yeah, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Who is she?
Yeah, she said her name was Chris. Yeah, okay in the chat, though.
Yeah, so I really liked her call because, I do think that we need to hold space for top 10 lists that, don't necessarily have criteria based on winning. I would have loved to understand what her criteria was. It sounded like to me she made a favorite list player and maybe not a technical top 10.
I think it was a mixture of both, though. I think because
it sounded like she had reasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like she had reasons for why these players were her favorite, which I enjoyed. And it just seems like, she was a player and, she really appreciates a certain play style. Guys that know how to play the game, they play the game a certain way, right? And so I like Jimmy Butler being on her list because he's done some things that we really haven't seen. We haven't seen someone who is a number, like, let's be for real, Jimmy Butler is more like a number 3 option. Take his team to the finals. So, and I'm not saying he should be top 10. He wouldn't be on my top 10, but again, I thought her list was interesting and definitely something to chew on, right?
Yeah.
So shout out to you. Yeah, okay. But as far as this past segment that you just did in the slam dunk contest, I mean, come on, we've essentially, think about it now. Right now, the NBA, what we've done is we've removed physical defense. We've removed the slam dunk. Historically, the slam dunk, and even still to this day, you dunk on somebody, you posterize them, you dunk like on their damn head, whatever the case may be, that is still extremely demoralizing. Way more demoralizing than a 3-point shot being hit. And so let's be for real. We know what's happening. Guys shoot the 3 to avoid injury. Guys shoot the 3 to extend their career. They don't shoot the 3 to give us a good product. They don't shoot the 3 to show how skilled they are and how great of a player they are.
It's
Steph
a cop
Curry
out.
does. Because why? Because why does Steph Curry need the 3? Because that's what he has, right? He doesn't have the athleticism. He doesn't have, like, players. When we even just take a look at how players look, players didn't really look like Cooper Flag. Players didn't really look like Steph Curry. You had a couple of guys that were really small, like Spud Webb, Muggsy Bogues, right? Who had like these incredible, like, if anybody in the audience remembers Spud Webb, we saw him jumping through the air. I believe he won a dunk competition or two, right?
Spud, he may have, yeah.
He might have. Don't quote me on that, but he was an incredible athlete, right? And I don't think that what we see today are these incredible athletes, hence Zion with, showing up to the NBA literally 1 million pounds, right?
How many pounds?
Actually 1 million. I don't even literally there. He's not a basketball player anymore. He quit. And there's so many people that we see today playing in the NBA that don't look like athletes.
Right.
Luka Doncic doesn't look like a basketball player. Nikola Jokic doesn't look like a basketball player. Shit, Victor Wembanyama doesn't look like one. And I like him. So I like his game and all of that. But I'm just saying, what we see today is it's a totally different game because why? And you know what I'm going to say now. Not only can we not accomplish the greatness of the past, but we are really and truly, we're not seeing even the physical greatness. We are not seeing athletes today that can even compare to the past. Nobody's built like David Robinson doing anything. No. Remember David Robinson? Yeah. He doesn't get his flowers for what he's done on the court. He was doing exactly what LeBron is doing today.
And Giannis, but more.
That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, Scottie Pippen, when we talk about, whether we would take him over LeBron, that's a no-brainer. I want somebody that knows how to play in an offense, don't you?
Heck yeah.
I'm not rolling with LeBron. If the game is bum rushing the lane and charging it and not getting the charge, then let's go with LeBron because we know, but I will even take Barkley. Remember him? I'd rather a guy that can just back all the way down to the basket and score. That's what he did. Put his big butt to the basket and back guys all the way down. And what happened? They had to change the rules. Today, we see the exact opposite. They had to change the rules in the past to prevent guys from like Barkley, Shaq, Michael Jordan, all these other people from being dominant. LeBron James, guys today, the only way that they can even see the success, because what do they need? They need the storyline. NBA needs the storylines. They need the legacy builders, right? So there's all these legacy builders that go on. And because of that, because of the pressure to meet these legacy goals, they have to remove things. They had to take away defense. They had to incorporate more three-point shooting because they can't stay healthy. Because why? They don't work on their games and they don't work on their bodies the way that guys used to. And people can say, the conditioning is so much better. But guys fought for their lives. They fought for their contracts. They fought for everything. They had to work for everything. They earned everything. Recently I saw a clip of Michael Jordan talking to Oprah about, and you saw this now a million times, but the same clip that they always play about how, guys just basically get these huge contracts, endorsements, all of it before they even do anything, before they even prove themselves as a player.
Yep.
So all I'm saying is today the NBA has essentially turned into the WNBA. There is no dunking. There is no, and a lot of us would argue
Dominique,
that WNBA is better.
Yeah, Dominique, I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even put the WNBA in that conversation because they got a great brand.
They do have a great product and they have a great brand. But what I'm trying to say is that men are playing like women. Essentially, because you've removed the slam dunk from the game. Women were always shooting.
Yeah, I mean
they were always shooting. They were always shooting long range.
They got a lot of work to do.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, now the NBA gang got a lot of work to do, man. They got to put some of the ingredients back in that they took out. And
look at the women with Unrivaled. Look at them playing all year round, and the men are talking about load management. Can you believe that? They're talking about, I can't do it. I can't. Right? Hey. I can't dunk this season. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop the thing that everybody loves about Ja Morant and Anthony Edwards.
If the women was making the money, if the women was making that same money, they wouldn't be playing in Unrivaled. Trust me.
Well, they need Unrivaled. Unrivaled is what's paying them, right?
Exactly.
So, and you're right about that, but I don't think the way that they take so much more pride in the product that they're putting on the floor is interesting. And who knows? Money changes everything, right?
Correct.
So I just think that the men are playing, you see it in every aspect of the game, whether it's from, how they look as an athlete to how they play in terms of the play style. Their attitudes, their mentalities, all of it has decreased. All of it has devolved. When we talk about elevation, there's been no elevation. We've de-escalated the brand. We've de-escalated everything. Everything is devalued.
That's a fact.
Even though they're making more money.
Yeah.
Hand over fist.
Are you going live tonight?
No.
Okay. Oh, well, I lied to everybody then. So I said you was going live.
No, you're not going to be done until like midnight.
No, I got,
into,
man.
What do you have? Another two?
No, I got one more topic, and I'm not taking phone calls on it.
I might go in the morning. If
Okay.
not, I'll be back tomorrow night though. But great show. I'll be here, and yeah, good
All
stuff.
Right.
I love it.
Thanks, Dom. Thanks, Sports T.
Scotty's delusional though.
Nah, Scotty funny. Scotty hilarious, man. Scotty hilarious.
See you soon, Mel.
All right. Yep.